Ayo, what is good boys? It's your boy Loroy, back again with another video. In today's video, we'll be talking about how to improve your aim in Fortnite Chapter 2. We're going to talk about the easiest and best ways to improve, and I will basically be showing you a bunch of tips and tricks on how to master your aim when fighting or whatever else. There are a bunch of secret ways that are also unknown, so I'll be trying to uncover a few that you may or may not already know. Fortnite is definitely a game that requires great skill in aiming, and with that being said, there are tons of ways that you can improve your aim, so let's get right into those. If you guys are hyped for the rest of the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for 10 boxes of cookies at your front door. Now I know this may seem fake, but it's actually 100% guaranteed. But all jokes aside, I am starting to upload twice a week, so if you guys do enjoy any of the recent videos, then make sure to support and hit that subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so I'm going to start the video off with a few courses that you can play to greatly improve your aim. As most of you probably know, there are tons of courses in creative that can not only help you with editing, building, but also with aiming as well. I personally play most of these, and I typically warm up with them as well as practice with them every day. So I typically use 3 courses, and they are all great at helping you improve in various areas. I will put all the courses on screen, and I'll show you 2 of them just so you know what they offer and what they have. Starting with our first one, here you can practice different types of edits to kill your enemies and more. There are 4 different sections, and all of them can greatly help you improve. The reason why I value this map is because of the fact that in game you're going to need to kill your enemies by editing, and that can be downwards, upwards, or side edits. You can do all 4 of these in this map, and it really helps you prepare for fights throughout your games. The correlation between editing and aiming is something that must be practiced in order to master your gameplay. So our next map doesn't have as much editing, and this course actually has 2 sections / courses, so I'll link both of them down below. This is actually the first part of the course as they are both numbered, and after doing these for a while, trust me, it gets a ton easier and faster with reaction time, aiming, and all that. The thing I like most about this map is the slide feature, which is actually a game that helps you in aiming at different areas. All of the other games are good, but this one is probably the one I use the most just because it's really enjoyable and a quick thing to do for improving your aim. That being said, take your time while going through these courses, practice makes perfect, and if you do consistently play and work on your aim, you will start seeing huge improvements as you go. Even though those were a few solo aiming courses, there's actually one more that I forgot to mention. Now this aim course that I'm about to talk about is honestly one of my favorite ways that I actually use myself to improve my aim. Now this course is the Aim Duel Map by VF Croder. This map is not only just insane practice, but it's actually really realistic with any in-game fight. That being said, you do need one person to fight against, and you can't do this by yourself. Basically, this map is a high HP 1v1 map where the person with the better aim wins. You can move around in the 1x1 and do whatever, but overall getting more headshots and keeping your crosshair on the enemy will determine who will win. The code of the map is shown on screen and it will also be in the description. In order to play this, all you have to do is start the map up, and after it's loaded, you get to choose which weapons you want to use, and then you fight your teammate. Before fighting, make sure you go up the stairs and then place a floor at the top. After you and your teammate are up here, then you can edit the floor down and start the fight immediately as you touch the ground. Like I said, you will both have 2000 HP and you will fight to the death. Tons of pro players play this not only because it actually helps your aim, but also for the fact that it's actually fun and enjoyable. So moving away from the aim courses and going to the tip side of the video, one of my first tips I recommend to everyone is to have patience and not panicking when seeing an enemy. If you see someone and you do end up fighting them, make sure to line your shot up before shooting. Even if it takes an extra shot to get that shot off, it's better than just YOLOing it and trying to shoot fast. Not only that, but someone who shoots the body compared to someone who takes a second to aim at the head will always win the fight. If you keep doing this, you will eventually start getting faster reaction times and you won't actually have to take that second to align it perfectly. I'm not saying you shouldn't go for fast shots or flick shots, I'm just saying being the first one to shoot isn't always the most important. Getting some shield taken away but taking that extra second to do more damage to your enemy is the way to go. That being said, something that correlates to that is to always have your crosshair aimed a bit higher up. Getting used to have your crosshair higher when running, looking for fights, and more will get you used to hitting harder shots when fighting someone. You don't want to be the one flicking all your shots because your crosshair is aimed down low. It's important to master hitting shots near the head, or even in the upper chest of an enemy. Obviously, whenever you're in a fight, the one who has a better crosshair will always win no matter what. Keeping your crosshair higher will always end up giving you the better side, just be consistent and keep learning it. My second to last tip is that you shouldn't always necessarily be scared of aiming down enemies. If you're in a 1v1 and you have a situation to shoot the enemy at any given location, aiming it down and waiting can also be good. That also doesn't mean aim at your enemies 24/7, just know which situations are smart to do it for. If you're in a box fight situation or anything close range, aiming down an edit or something you know the other player will do will greatly help you win the fight. Using this to your advantage, you can get a few extra stronger hits and even end up winning the battle just because of you aiming down the shot. My last tip is that you should also not be jumping while fighting someone. It seems that most people I fight nowadays either jump or panic when fighting, but staying calm will always win the fight. When jumping, it can mess up shots, make you an easier target to hit, and overall change your crosshair placement. If you're looking to dodge an enemy's shots, if anything you should be crouching while shooting so that you're not losing focus of your crosshair. Getting used to staying calm, crouching, and not jumping around the place will help you win most fights as well. I used to actually jump a decent amount when shooting, but ever since I changed it to crouching, I've actually gone 20 times better. Next, we're going to talk about sensitivity. Now this setting is one of the biggest settings that determines how good and fast your aim is. Everyone has a different opinion on their sensitivity, and your friend or someone else may like it higher or lower depending on what they enjoy and play with the most. Make sure you choose something that fits your liking, but that also doesn't mean change is a bad thing. If you want to increase or lower it and you're not used to it, then maybe playing for a few days and trying to work on it and get used to it isn't a bad idea. But if you decide to switch it, I also recommend not to change it by a lot because getting used to it little by little is honestly the way to go, even if it takes an extra day or two. In my opinion, the higher your sensitivity, the faster reaction time you can get, but the less accurate you'll be if you are not used to it. On the other hand, having a lower sensitivity can be more accurate, but at the same time a bit slower for your reaction time. They both have their good effects and bad effects, so in the end, choosing your sensitivity is all up to you and there really isn't any rules on what you should do with it. Now like I said earlier, there are tons of ways to improve your aim. All in all, consistency is key, and if you don't practice and warm up your aim every day, then your chances of getting better might not be as likely. Like I said, just work on the editing courses listed in the video and just overall learn your sensitivity and you should start seeing big improvements. So that will wrap it up for today's video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching everybody. If you stayed for the whole video, make sure to drop a comment letting me know. I'm planning on consistently uploading multiple times a week, so stay tuned for all of that like I said last video. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Peace.